Tom entered the room, carrying a tray with food for Sophia, who had been feeling unwell for days. "Sophia, you need to go to the hospital. Maybe you're pregnant." Sophia's heart fluttered with hope. The same hope that had filled her every month for the past 3 years. Tom handed her a pregnancy test, and her hands trembled as she took it. She clung to the sliver of hope. But when the results came back negative, her world shattered once again. "It's negative, Tom." Her voice barely above a whisper. "What do you mean, it's negative? You always pretend you're sick, but you're not pregnant. What use are you to me if you can't even have a child?" "Tom, I'm trying. I want a child as much as you do." But Tom was beyond reason. In a fit of rage, he began throwing Sophia's clothes out of the house, dragging her out with them. He slammed the door behind her, leaving her standing in the yard, heartbroken and humiliated. Desperate and devastated, Sophia went to her mother's house, seeking solace. Days passed in a blur of pain and sadness.
"Sophia, it's Emma. I visited you today, but your husband said you're not living there anymore. I saw another lady in your house. You need to fix this now. If you did something, go apologize, or you'll lose him forever."
She couldn't ignore the pull to return to her home. She rushed over, hoping against hope that she could convince Tom to take her back. When she arrived and saw the other woman already settled in, her heart sank, but she gathered her courage and confronted Tom.
"Where's that woman in the house? I promise I see another doctor. Please, let's work this out, please. Please, Tom. Please, Tom. I see another doctor, please."
"I don't want you anymore," his anger boiling over. Sophia's pleas only seemed to fuel his rage. He grabbed her roughly, striking her across the face, causing her to stumble. "You're worthless. You're nothing." The commotion drew the attention of the neighbors, who quickly rushed over to intervene. They pulled Tom away from Sophia, protecting her from further harm. "What's wrong with you?" one of the neighbors shouted at Tom as others helped Sophia to her feet, covering her with a blanket. Shaken and humiliated, Sophia finally realized she could no longer stay. She left, this time with no intention of ever looking back. Sophia returned to her mother's house, determined to rebuild her life. She joined a gym, focusing on regaining her strength. She prayed daily, asking God for guidance and strength to move forward. Inspired, she started her own business, designing and selling custom-made jewelry. Her creations were beautiful and unique, quickly gaining popularity. Sophia opened a shop where she also sold elegant dresses she designed. Her business thrived, and she began participating in women's conferences, sharing her story and empowering others to overcome their struggles. With hard work and faith, Sophia built a beautiful life for herself. One day, she met Daniel, a kind and compassionate man. As they grew closer, Sophia confided in him about her past. "Daniel, please don't waste your time with me," Sophia said one evening as they sat together. Daniel looked at her, surprised. "What do you mean?" "For the last 4 months, you've shown me how much you care for us. But I need to be honest with you. I lived with a man for 3 years," Sophia confessed, her voice trembling. "Were you married?" "That was the plan. But I couldn't give him a child. He threw me away. He humiliated me. I gave him 7 years of my life, and he treated me like I was worthless." Daniel took her hand, his gaze steady. "Sophia, I'm not him. I love you for who you are, not for what you can or cannot give me." "But Daniel," Sophia whispered, "I can't have children." Daniel smiled softly. "God is the God of providence. He promised me a child, and I know He will provide. Even if you can't give me children, I love you for who you are." Sophia's heart swelled with emotion. "Give us a chance, Sophia," Daniel said gently, and she knew he meant every word. Touched by his words, Sophia and Daniel got married. On the very first day of their marriage, something miraculous happened. Sophia felt a change within her. She couldn't believe it, but soon it was confirmed. She was pregnant. Overjoyed, she thanked God for his blessing. In time, Sophia gave birth to 2 beautiful daughters, filling her life with the joy she had once longed for. Years later, Sophia had built a thriving business and a beautiful family with Daniel. Her life was filled with the love and joy she had once only dreamed of. One day, while walking through the city, Tom saw a billboard advertising a major women's conference, featuring a successful entrepreneur as the keynote speaker. To his shock, the face on the billboard was Sophia's, radiant and confident. Curiosity and a deep sense of regret compelled him to attend the event.
Ladies, we don't need a man to lift us from the ashes or define who we are. From A to Z, God has already placed within each of us a powerful potential. Build yourself, study, and discover the gift that God has planted in you. It's already there, waiting to be uncovered. Go on your knees and ask God to reveal that potential. When you find it, embrace it and use it. This isn't about being above or equal to your man. It's not a competition. But you need something solid to hold on to when life is unfair, when it hits you hard. The way out isn't running to another man for rescue, but running to God to guide your steps. When the right man comes along, he won't find you broken or traumatized, but healed, whole, and ready to move forward.
As he listened to Sophia speak about resilience, faith, and overcoming adversity, he felt a wave of shame and sorrow wash over him. Her words were powerful, and he realized that the strength she spoke of was something he had never valued in her. After her speech, Tom mustered the courage to approach her, though he could hardly meet her eyes. When Sophia saw him, she was surprised but maintained her composure. Tom began to apologize, tears in his eyes, confessing his regrets and asking for her forgiveness. "I was in prison for the past 2 years. Joanne stole a huge amount of money from the company and made me sign a document I didn't understand until they arrested me. I'm sorry, Sophia. I've looked for you everywhere to ask for forgiveness. Your God hit me hard. All the pain I endured. I told myself it might be because I treated you so badly. Please forgive me, Sophia." Sophia listened quietly, her heart at peace. She had moved on and found true happiness. And while she could see that Tom was suffering, she knew that his path was now separate from hers. "I forgive you, Tom, but I've built a new life, and I'm at peace with the choices I've made. I hope you find your own peace someday." Tom nodded, his heart heavy with the weight of his mistakes. He left the conference, knowing that while he had lost everything, Sophia had gained the life she deserved. The karma he faced was not just the loss of material wealth, but the realization that he had thrown away the most valuable thing he ever had: Sophia's love and the life they could have built together. Sophia watched him leave, feeling a sense of closure. She knew that her journey had made her stronger, and now she could look forward to a future filled with love, faith, and the family she had always wanted.